Hey, what's up? Gonna comment another Hades run. We got Dark Thirst on the fists. Gilgamesh is my favourite, but I'm gonna go with Demeter this time. Mirror, I think, is already set up how we want it. Yeah, happy with Abyssal Blood. When it comes to fists, I'm usually going for Zeus on attack, which isn't going to scale with Boiling Blood, since Boiling Blood only affects the attack damage itself, not the lightning, so happy with Abyssal Blood here. Everything else is pretty much going to stay the same. No guarantee we end up with Zeus, of course, but just it's what I tend to be shooting for. Scared of heightened security, the rest of this should be fine. What's that movie with the guy says, nobody ever gets in, nobody ever comes out? Can't remember. Okay, so we're getting multi-hits on our special. I wonder if that interacts with Flying Cutter. That could be very interesting. We'll have to give that a try and see if it works. Not that we'll learn anything in that room. Alright, so if we go like so... I've got no idea if that worked. Shit. Okay, so if we go... Oh, yeah, that works. Okay, we're into that. We're very into that. Yeah, we'll see if we can land some Demeter. Demeter on fists is also quite nice. Erebus is obviously a bit of a gamble, especially with a rough and tumble weapon like fists, but if we just play it safe, I think we should be fine. That cutter's going to be real nice later on. Hang on. Seems like that might not have actually worked. We'll have to keep checking it out. Alright, Frost Strike, we're very happy with that. We're doing lots of hits, so getting lots of stacks. Absolutely no objections there. If we were not playing Demeter, I'd be pretty happy with Ares. And I mean, it's the only boon here, so I'm still going to go for it. But, yeah. Ares Special on Demeter Fists. Oh, okay, no, that definitely works. Ares Special on Demeter Fists isn't super exciting since you're doing a whole bunch of hits and you're only getting Doom on the first one. So maybe we'll end up with some Blade Drift nonsense. God, he's such a goth. After slaying his foe, your next attack or special deals more damage. Whenever I take that, unless I'm using Hestia, it's kind of more of a hassle than I can be bothered with. Not that I'm excited about any of these. We'll take Blade Dash and leave a few Blade Drifts around. It's not really a great choice, but we're fine with it. Unfortunately, the Demeter Duo, which makes your Ares casts do freeze, does not work with the Blade Drifts you get from the dash or from the call. It's only the cast. So, a little bit unhappy about that, but I really want to do better with my cast than Blade Drift when I'm lacking in ranged options with the fists. I think, given we're getting a lot of status from our fists, we didn't end up with lightning, we'll end up going for a lot of damage from our special. I like the look of Poseidon because Floodshot is exactly the kind of thing we want right now to deal with our short range issue. Floodshot, don't let anyone tell you otherwise, is one of the best casts in the game by a long shot. It's just the most reliably good. You know, you can do better with any one cast, but Floodshot is the... it's just so reliably good. Okay, so we're looking at some Zeus. Do we actually want any Zeus at this point? If we get Zeus Call, we can end up in Vengeful Mood, and I'm never unhappy to end up in Vengeful Mood. So we will we'll have a crack at that. Not very excited about Zeus. Actually, we're already getting some bonus damage on our special from the hammer, and since we are hitting 5 times, yeah, I reckon if we get a decent rarity Zeus special, we will take it, but we'll just have to see what he offers us. That is not a decent rarity on Flourish and rare Call, so we'll let the game make our decisions for us there. Oh. How nice of you, Baldy. Should give him some nectar. What's he got for us? Damage reduction. Sure. Baldy birds, I mean, obviously they don't really do much of anything, but they entertain me greatly, so very happy with that. A little bit of rarity on Floodshot will not go astray. The first couple of palms on your cast are so crucial, they increase its damage so much. Let's take the Darkness. Don't really care for either of these, but at least the Darkness will give us a little bit of maximum health. When it comes to blue rewards, it's really the keys that I'm looking for, since they're giving me extra Fated Authority. I guess theoretically the Darkness is giving me more Fated Authority in the long run, since I can upgrade the mirror, but I feel like if I really need more Fated Authority, I can grind out some Darkness. I haven't felt the need to do that yet. Maybe if I start losing runs again. I feel like I'm getting some weird behavior with the cutter here. It seems like sometimes the charged cutter is letting me do it with the charge up attack, and sometimes it's not, and I don't understand what's going on there. Alright, Jolted isn't very exciting right now since we've just got Call, but it will be exciting if we end up getting Zeus, Vengeance, and Vengeful Mood, so we'll take that on Speculation. Sticking my hand in front of the screen here so I can't get distracted by the bobber. Perfect catch and still get a fucking knucklehead. Cool, it's fine. Nothing you can catch in Tartarus really gives you much of value anyway. Nothing we really need here. We'll see what the shop's got for us. Okay, so we have to choose. More Zeus will get us closer to Vengeful Mood. Some attack speed from Hermes would be nice, but okay, I'm actually going to do a reroll here to see if we can get a Vengeance effect. Yeah, Heaven's Vengeance I think we're going to take, so now we're live to get off of Vengeful Mood. We can start picking those revenge effects a bit higher. I used to be really frustrated by Vengeful Mood. I thought I never got offered it, and I didn't understand why. I eventually figured out that you actually need primary boons in order to get offered the duo. You can't just have boons of both gods to get offered it. You need to use your real slots up for it, which I think is good design. I just had no idea that that was how it worked. Yep. Huh, okay, taking a few hits here that I don't need to be. Oh man, look at that damage. That's before I've even got anything on it. So I've got a keepsake choice coming up. Maybe I should have a think about what I would really like to see on my cutter. And I think what I really want to see on my cutter is Aphrodite. It'll be a big boost to my damage. She's in the top tier of damage dealers, and having that weak status is, you know, you're never unhappy to see that. We'll be triggering privilege status between that and our Demeter attack, which is obviously, you always love to see it. So yeah, I think we're going to take the rose. Nothing we need here. I would actually love to sell the Blade Dash, but I haven't got offered Vengeful Mood yet. Maybe I'll get a chance to sell Blade Dash later after I get Vengeful Mood. Maybe I should be forcing Ares or Zeus in order to be more likely to get Vengeful Mood sooner, but I think we'll be alright. We've already taken Aphrodite and I'm not unhappy about that. With any luck, we'll get that special on a decent rarity and start doing big damage with our cutters, rising cutters. Oh, I think I know what's happening with the charged multi-hit thing. If I'm doing the dash special, which I'm not allowed to charge, but still triggers the aspect of Demeter effect where it does the multi-hit. So I need to be making sure I'm not doing those dash specials. Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay. Okay, darkness and gems. Man, I'm not thrilled about this, but not really getting our money's worth out of Golden Touch, either in this run or the last one I recorded. But I promise it is good if you end up in the right run for it. And the 100 that you get from Deep Pockets, I feel like it doesn't matter enough. Where like if Golden Touch, you know, if you do well with Golden Touch, it's really good. So even if, you know, every once in a while Golden Touch doesn't work out for us because we're not carrying through a lot of money between areas, I'm not unhappy to take it pretty reliably. Alright, not enough money for an exciting shop here. We can only afford one thing, so we'll go for the pom. Just realised I'm not actually using my cast at all right now. Maybe I should try and start making a habit of that. It is very nice. Given that we have ended up in a fairly meaty build, I wouldn't have minded to have taken the attack damage on that cast, on the Bloodstone embeds, but yeah, we're perfectly happy with that. Thinking about it, I maybe actually wanted to level up something else there. I've already forgotten what I got offered, but it's fine. We're happy with more Floodshot. Oh, that wasn't charged yet. Oh man, that's good. It's just about to get better. These Blade Rifts aren't all bad. If they were a higher rarity, I'd be perfectly happy with them. Just, you know, the only common. It's not thrilling. Alright, give us a special. Rare? Yeah, we're happy enough with that. Now we're going to be doing a lot of damage with these cutters. Money. Like I said in the last video, Asphodel, it's just kind of a little bit boring. I don't like how big the rooms are. I don't like all the lava. But, you know, it's still fun. I don't hate it. Just all the rooms take so long. I used to be back in the beta, I used to be a religious user of the pact that makes there be more enemies in a room, because I felt like, you know, it didn't actually make it any harder, and I'm not actually sure if it works this way. I assumed that I ended up getting more money because I was killing more enemies. I don't know if that's actually how it works, but now I've taken to taking tight deadline instead, and when you're running tight deadline, rooms full of enemies take a long time to kill, especially since they often just spawn in multiple waves, and if you take the jury summons more enemies pact, it's usually just more waves rather than bigger waves, so things often take quite a while. Okay, we'd rather fight Zeus here than Aphrodite. Okay, the That's Dying Lament, that's not Revenge, so that's not what we want. Either of these we're pretty happy with, because we're not applying Weak often enough for it to stay active between our Demeter Rising Cutters. But when we're staring down an epic life affirmation, you know, hit points are good. We'll see if we can land Empty Inside later on. With a higher rarity, ideally. Because with that rarity, I think we're still not quite keeping Weak sustained in between our combos. So yeah, we'll bite our tongue and see if we can do better a bit later. Eat. Okay, that got a bit dicey. Let's get some hit points back with Baldy. Need to be getting the money from him sooner or later anyway. And the earlier I get him, earlier I get the money, the more value I'm getting out of Golden Touch. Not that it's, you know, it's still pretty marginal, but okay. More damage after call. God Gauge, charging faster, or dash bolts. We're gonna take the purple here. Rare draft, you know. We got a lot of money, so even though we've got Golden Touch, I've got no problem with checking out the shop. Okay, another Demeter. I'm sure we'll find something nice here. Cold Fusion. Okay, we're very happy about that, especially since we're only getting incidental jolted applications. If we had, you know, a Zeus dash or something and we were always applying... and we'll level up our jolted to go with it. Yeah, if we had Zeus dash or something and constantly reapplying jolted with lightning bolts, you know, we're not super excited about Cold Fusion. But given that we're only kind of occasionally reapplying them with our last minute dashes and our Zeus calls, Cold Fusion, this is just the ideal circumstances for that. It would be nice if we had a rarer jolted, but even at common, jolted's a really strong it's a really strong effect. Yeah, look at that. That is what you like to see. Oh, forgot about that little egg. Are they eggs? Not really eggs, are they? Threw one into the lava. Good work, guy. You murdered your child. I mean, they're skeletons, I guess, which presumably means they must have once been children, and I guess hydras don't have human children. But you know what? We're not going to worry about that. Let's get another one of these cutters out. Yeah. You can just do a lot of damage in this game. They do not stop you. And I mean, these builds that I've been playing haven't really been overwhelming damage builds. You know, if you look at something like Gilgamesh or Hestia, that's where you really start seeing big damage numbers. Okay, so we got what we needed from Aphrodite. Is there anything else that we really want to force? We are looking for Vengeful Mood. That would be very nice, especially if we get a couple more revenge effects. Apart from that, what other duos are going to be nice? It's a bit late to start going for the Poseidon and Aphrodite one, because that's just more valuable POMs. Aphrodite and Demeter as well isn't exciting, so I think we can rule out Aphrodite. Aphrodite and Ares as well as a no-go, because that's for Doom effects. We've got no Doom, so really the only one is going to be Zeus for more calls, but yeah, I think that's fine to ignore. Zeus and Poseidon is Sea Storm, so we're getting some bolts on our casts, which we don't really need. I don't think we're really excited about any duos here. So what we will do instead... what will we do instead? Yeah, okay, so we'll take Zeus and see if we can land Vengeful Mood. I got nothing against buying a yarn. Okay, hammer or Hermes. If we take Hermes now, we probably will still get offered a hammer later on, but Hermes I don't think we're really desperate for in this build. Hermes you really want if you're in heavy cast territory, but our cast is just kind of the support right now, and we're not in desperate need of more attack speed, although it would be nice. So yeah, just grab the hammer and see what else comes to us later. Keep forgetting to not do the dash special. I gotta concentrate on that. Okay, Long Knuckle is an absolutely fantastic upgrade. Rolling Knuckle is nice. It gives you a bit more kind of convenient kind of dash dancing, but Long Knuckle I think is too good to pass up. Let's... Oh, we've got life affirmation, don't we? So we want to pick these hearts highly. The really nice thing about... one of the really nice things about Poseidon Cast is that it knocks back just in such a huge area that you can disable just a huge group of enemies if you need to. I'm not thrilled about this this special effect on the elites, where they split into a bunch of duplicates. Just because you need to wait for them to explode before you finish the room, so you lose a bit of time. Not that I've been finding myself short on time using the 7-minute tight deadline, but still a little bit irritating. I'm not sure exactly what we want to really bring this build home. It feels fine, but not fantastic. I guess getting the Vengeful Mood and a couple of revenge effects would be pretty. We'd be pretty happy to see that. Getting faster God Gauge charge would be nice. There's not anything else really I see us getting a... Okay, here's the God Gauge recharge from Aphrodite, which I don't mind seeing. I'm not unhappy enough about it to re-roll to try and get Vengeful Mood. I'm getting another heart here, which is nice with our Aphrodite boon. I think I've managed to go this whole video so far without calling a god the wrong thing. It helps that there's no Athena or Artemis. They're the ones I always fuck up. I should remember to do those bloodstone embeds too. That's probably going to make my life a bit easier too. I'm taking a bit of damage here. Let's just top up to making sure we don't use a stupid Death Defiance. We've only got one revenge effect right now, so Vengeful Mood doesn't do a huge amount for us, even if we do get it, but here's our chance. But, I mean, if we get it now, we've still got lots of chances for more revenge effects. We're in Aphrodite, who's got revenge. We're in, we still got the Zeus revenge and Demeter, no, sorry, we've still got the Ares revenge and Demeter revenge, both of which to gather. Oh, I didn't hit, okay. So, yeah, we've got a few revenge boons we can still get. And hopefully we'll be able to land at least one more of those, as well as Vengeful Mood. And we've got... We could theoretically re-roll this boon twice if we really wanted to fish for Vengeful Mood, and if we see nothing else that we want, I won't be opposed to doing that expensive second re-roll. We'll just have to see what comes. Curse of Drowning. Never take this boon. This is an absolute trap. Every time I've taken it, it's ruined my run. I actually really like Blood Frenzy because you tend to use most of your Death Defiances in the Hades fight. So any boon that gives you a bunch of help in the Hades fight is pretty nice. But we've got a plan. We'll take Curse of Vengeance and yep, here's another shot at Vengeful Mood. Maybe if the rarity was sufficiently different there, if the Curse of Vengeance was common and the other one that I'm already forgetting was epic, we might have made a different choice there, but as it stands, very happy to stick to the plan. Hope we can land that Vengeful Mood. And the other really nice thing about the Poseidon cast is that I think smashing guys into walls is pretty much the only way to stun armored enemies. Oh, okay, now this is pretty nice. Vengeful Mood is definitely what we want over Sea Storm, although we wouldn't be unhappy if Sea Storm comes to us later down the road. I'm not feeling in... Oh, actually, our Aphrodite special is not pommed up yet. And that first pom gives big benefits, so we'll see if we can fish for a pom on our Aphrodite special. This will give us another Centaur Heart for Aphrodite, which we are not at all unhappy about. Can't really imagine us losing to Thanatos with a build like this. Like I said, you really need a particularly dirtly build to lose to Thanatos, especially in Elysium, where each enemy counts for 2, and he doesn't get to like double kill them. Or if you kill someone that's got his scythe on it, the little blob that it turns into will not end up having the scythe, so you get 2 kills and he gets none. And you know, even if he does kill someone with his scythe, you get to mop up the blobs. So yeah, it's pretty damn hard to lose to Thanatos on Elysium unless you get a room with a whole bunch of big chariots. Okay, no luck on the special. I'm not invested enough in it to go for the reroll, so we'll just take Heaven's Vengeance and boost up our Vengeful Mood. Oh, I guess Aphrodite doesn't boost the Centaur Hearts that he gives you. That's interesting. Does Trove anything good? Yeah, we'll Trove for money. What are we getting next? Poseidon or Demeter? Demeter can offer us a Revenge boon, so I think that's probably what we're going for. Is there anything that we do want from Poseidon? We could get Sea Storm. We don't care enough about that. So, yeah, pretty happy to go for Demeter here. I really have no idea who the target audience for these videos are. I guess people who know what all the things are when I call them out, but also don't know other stuff. I don't know. I hope whoever's watching this likes it. Maybe you just love hearing the sound of my beautiful voice, which I've actually been complimented on recently by a colleague, which felt quite nice. She told me I should go into making ASMR videos. Can be the Bob Ross of escaping the underworld. Okay, Blizzard Shot. This is another boon that I think is a trap. It's not nearly as much of a trap as the Ares one, but it makes your cast a lot more inconvenient and doesn't do the knockback stuff that we like it for. It does mean you can do a bunch of damage with it, but I think we're going to stick to the plan. We're going to take the Revenge Boon. Even though it's not much damage, just randomly giving people 10 stacks around us is pretty nice. Shop here is interesting. We're quite low on health, and I assume that we've got the heroes coming up any moment, so this is probably the this is the pre-hero shop, so very happy to get a chance to grab some more health. And okay, this is interesting. Empty Inside versus Wave of Despair. We are in the Revenge Boon plan, but honestly I think we're going to take Empty Inside here just to make sure we're keeping that uptime on our weak effects. Yeah, let's get more damage on our Revenge since we've got that Vengeful Mood. Since we've got the long range on our fists, not too worried about this fight. I fucking love Theseus in his dumbass chariot. Oh, I forgot. I've had for ages the Zeus and Aphrodite duo. I can just be spamming my call non-stop. Okay, let's get Sisyphus, see if we can do this fight without using any of our precious Death Defiances. Let's try not to stand in the mortars. Oof, okay. Get a bit of damage on Theseus, though not too much. We do not want him in a second phase until we're done with Asterius. Not at all. The second phase is just so easy if Asterius is dead, and it's so inconvenient if he's not. Let's try not to stand in these mortars. They take so long to land, the mortars, that I kind of don't know what they were thinking with the design of this fight. I think it might have been sort of a deliberate thing, making this fight kind of a joke. I mean, it's not a joke. It's still a difficult fight. I don't mean to besmirch anyone who struggles with the fight, because it's not an easy fight. But I don't know. The fact that it tends to be easier than the standard version. I don't know. So it seems like it might even be sort of a deliberate thing, just to kind of turn Theseus into a bit of a joke with his chariot. Oh, yep. So much for our Death Defiance. I feel a bit stupid losing a Death Defiance after I kept calling this fight easy, but you know, it is what it is. I wonder if we will... Okay, no such luck to see Kiss of Styx here. We don't really need our rerolls anymore. We got the duos and all the boons and stuff that we are really core, so I might actually throw out a reroll here. Oh, actually, before we do that, do I want the Bone Hourglass? Okay, so we'll reroll first, and then see what we get offered. Okay, Price of Midas. Okay, nothing exciting here. Do I want to throw away some health for money? Look, I'm tempted, but it's stupid. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to overthink this. I often like taking Bone Hourglass, but here we're just going to take Lucky Tooth. Bone Hourglass I especially like if I'm in like a crit build, and so we're going to get a lot of value out of finding some Cyclops Jerky and bringing it into Hades, since that bonus damage will get multiplied by our crits. But given that we're not, I'm very happy to just default to Lucky Tooth. Especially since we're currently down a Death Defiance. Okay, we've got a Aphrodite down there, which is interesting. What are our options here? Poseidon. Yeah, look, I don't think there's anything in particular we need. We're just gonna play this by ear, take some rooms, take an elite room third, and see what we get. I think we'll be able to finish this run without too much trouble. The nice thing about the Vengeful Mood is we're not having to worry so much about keeping our weak uptime on, since we're getting both Jolted and Doom every 3 seconds for free. So what do we actually want from Poseidon here? I don't really know. I mean, there are a couple of Poms in our future, so maybe the Poseidon Aphrodite duo would be kind of fun, but knockback effects versus bosses doesn't do much for us, since the only knockback effects we got are on our cast, and they're mainly for groups rather than for killing Hades. Yeah, we'll just have to see what we get. Not that pondering what we might get will affect the outcome in any way whatsoever. Shit, where's the poison pool? That was kind of a lot of damage there. But nothing we can't get back with the fountain and our regen. Okay, Rupture, Watery Blast. Okay, so Rupture's the only thing that's doing anything versus Hades here, so we'll take that. Not that any of those are particularly exciting. Yeah, no need for any of this. I'm gonna wait until I've finished exploring these rooms before I start buying stuff from the shop, just to have a slightly better idea of what I've already got, so I know what I want from the shop. With any luck, this will not be the Satyr Sack, and then we can grab Hermes, dodging an elite encounter, getting the Satyr Sack there. Shit. I should be using my Poseidon cast in these rooms, it clears them out real quick. No Satyr Sack, which is how we drew it up. Though to be honest, sometimes it feels like these non-elite rooms are harder than the elite ones. Specifically that quite narrow one with the saw blades that continually fire out of the walls. That one, if I haven't got a reliable source of deflection, I get hit by so many of those saw blades, and they do so much damage. Even if you don't have the trap damage heat effect on you, those saw blades still just do a bunch of damage. Use Poseidon to bunch these guys up. That's the other great thing about Poseidon. Even if it doesn't kill stuff, it just sort of sticks them all together next to the wall so you can polish them off. Oh, jeez, we're taking a lot of damage here. We'll use our second last Sisyphus, our last before Hades Sisyphus, since hopefully we're getting the Satyr Sack in the next room. Kiss of Sticks, would you love to see it? No need for either of those. I've never been happy about getting about what I got from the random effect. Okay, we're going to go for Hermes now. Hopefully no elite encounter. Honestly, most of the elite encounters I don't mind. It's just the tiny vermin. Like, the tiny vermin is so much harder than the others, so I do want to dodge elite encounters just for that purpose. Otherwise, I wouldn't really care what order I take the rooms in. I feel like we're in kind of a slow build today. We're not wiping stuff out super fast, but that's okay, you know. We're getting stuff done well within the time limit, so I shouldn't really complain. I just like to go fast. Yeah. Bloody hell. Oh, Jesus. Okay, what do we got here? 5 dashes, you're never unhappy to have. Dodge is pretty nice, but having a bunch of dashes can save you so much health in the Hades fight. And laying a bunch of blade drifts out is not objectionable either. Right, we're gonna get the... Oh, we've just got to palm that there now. Okay. Let's grab the boon. Okay, look, I mean, I'm considering it. We're about to buy at least one pom, but no, let's get Broken Resolve, that's real. Let's get the Centaur Heart and a pom. Oh yeah, now we're getting the pom on Heartbreak Flourish, and we're getting 2 levels on it, which is pretty nice. Static Discharge also definitely worth considering, and that might be better, except for the fact that we're in Demeter, so this effect is getting multiplied by 5 from our multi-hits effect. Okay, we're going to grab the pom here and hopefully just not even go to the last room. Mr. Pot there. I will say this for playing tight deadline and going fast, you're going to miss pots now and then. And it doesn't feel great, but, you know. Aside from that, because of the way I play, tight deadline tends to be free heat for me anyway, so I'm not going to complain. Oh, those bloody saw blades. Not going to complain about missing 15 O-balls here and there. Alright, here's our sack. With our recharging calls, I think Zeus's Aid is going to be pretty nice, getting that extra level on now. Give a snack to the goodest boy. Goodest boys. I think Cerberus is still just... Cerberus is not a plural entity, even though he's got 2 heads. I think that's how it works. Did I say 2 heads? 3 heads. He never really seems to be thrilled with any of the weapons I use. It's almost as if he doesn't like it when I try and escape the underworld and beat him up. No, that couldn't be it. Oh, gotta use our calls. Our calls are good. Demeter is one of the nice designs, aspect of Demeter that is, on the fists. I much prefer the weapon designs that don't scale linearly. And Demeter is like, it's still really good even at level 1, whereas a bunch of the aspects, you're kind of wasting your time using them at level 1. You know, things like Aspect of Chaos, where you just get 1 extra shield, whereas if you fully level it up, you get 5 extra shields for the special. There's that linear scaling. It really bothers me, that design. Because I think you want all the weapons. You want to see what's exciting about them even before you put the blood in them. You don't want to pour a bunch of blood in. I don't even know what hurt me there. I thought I dodged the wave. Yeah, you don't want to put a bunch of blood into an aspect and then find out you don't like it. I mean, people who don't like aspects are wrong because all the aspects are good. But that aside, the point still stands. Still not using our calls effectively. I wonder if I just hold down the button if it'll just use it on cooldown. It will not. Okay. I thought he was about to shoot lasers at us there. Okay, here's the lasers. Oh, here's the big lasers. Oh, we're not dodging these spins. What's going on? Oh, lasers. Oh, that was a relatively clean Hades fight. Can't complain about that. thanks again for joining me in my quest for VTuber stardom.